From the Bob Mills Weather Center, the Oklahoma weather expert, Travis Meyer.
Oh yeah, you can look out from our First Bank of Owasso location down toward Tulsa, and it's still slimy looking. And I say slimy because it's ozone. Ozone is not good. And we're talking about another ozone alert in effect for tomorrow. We're getting a thunderstorm right now, though, and so what we're looking at live at this point, this is coming out of, well, we got a wasp there as well. And we've got First Oklahoma bank building at Jinx, and then you can see the vertical development here, and then also the areas of rain underneath it. What does it look like on radar? Looks like a big blob of purple and magenta. And so where we're looking at this moment, you can see right along Lynn Lane, and then that's running from about 41st down to about 71st. We do have a couple areas. In fact, when you see kind of the darker, kind of the black color, could be some pea-sized hail in here. Now, if this would collapse, we'd have, again, strong winds of 40, 50 miles an hour, maybe a little bit stronger. It's not that big of a storm at this point, but it is producing some very heavy downpours of rain. And you see how it goes from the intensity when it's darker. We're starting to get lightning strikes now, but when it goes to the darker colors, then you end up with a higher probability of hail and also a few lightning strikes, and that's the dangerous part. You're seeing additional cell that is also developing right now, and that's literally just from east of the fairgrounds around 21st Street. That's now pushing all the way down to about 61st, not too far from St. Francis, and then on over to around the Sheridan area. So we have a thunder shower again late afternoon. Timing is everything across the entire area. We just barely see our shower. And then on the west end of Skytook Lake, a new one's developing. We have east, just northwest of Keene, Kansas, a few cells there, just north of Chitopa, Kansas. And then we also have a few cells in the northern parts of Pittsburgh County, another cell up into the northwestern portions of Latimer County. So they're around, and so this is the maximum heating of the afternoon. They'll die down after about an hour or two, but unfortunately it's going to dump some really heavy rain on folks that probably aren't quite ready for it. I thought this was interesting. Days since they had a quarter inch of rain. It's the eastern part of the state that's got problems right now. Can you believe it? I mean, some of these places are going almost 20 days without any rain to speak of, other than a tenth of an inch or so. So it's kind of like some rain. A new drought monitor is in. The good news is the fact that the exceptional drought again is shrinking in the Panhandle. It's basically gone where it was totally covered with exceptional. We still have problems though on the northern sides of our area, in our viewing area. Folks up in Bartlesville still waiting for rain so they can get off of the restrictions for water. And so that's still the pocket that we have to deal with. Western Oklahoma still dry, but not all that bad. In the next 10 days, anywhere from 1 to 2 inches of rain are possible in the worst drought-stricken areas that are still left. So that's good news for you guys up there. We're hoping and praying that happens for you. And the rest of us have about 1 inch to maybe near 2 inches. Western Oklahoma isn't quite as impressive. The Panhandle does have opportunities. All right, lake forecast about that time. We do have a chance of thunderstorms as we get on into early Saturday. Saturday afternoon should be okay, though. Illinois River right now all looks good for the weekend. We don't have any major flooding issues. Everything looks fantastic. Tulsa tough, looking good. Again, thunderstorms in the morning on Saturday. And for tomorrow night, again, a few isolated storms. This happened 2 nights in a row. Why not a third? And don't forget ozone alert. And then on Sunday, isolated storm. Right at this hour, all is relatively quiet in the the western part of the Tulsa area, with the east side with showers and thunderstorms. We're sitting at 90 degrees right now, and then we're going to be dropping off a little bit. We're going to keep an eye on those thunderstorms just to make sure they don't get carried away. Most of the state is quiet tonight, and hopefully it'll stay that way, especially if you have outdoor plans. All right, 84. And basically a little bit on the muggy side because there's not much airflow. The only good news is that thunderstorm will create at least a knockdown of temperatures here for the east side of the metro. So you guys get to enjoy a quick cool down. The rest of us could actually get away from that 84 as well if those thunderstorms can create enough of an outflow. Tomorrow back to 90. The ozone alert is in effect. Highest probability rain early Saturday. It's not a rain out for Saturday. Do not worry if you have pool plans. Still could be a pop-up isolated storm in the afternoon. Sunday, look for a slight chance of a thunderstorm in the afternoon as a cool front comes through. Then we start to get a little toasty next week. But that's kind of the plan. A little bit of action going on right now.